You don't always know in real time when you're forging one of the most important relationships of your life. Back in 1987, Pascual Hernandez Guzman was working his 15 hectares of coffee when he met a man from Veracruz. The man was looking to buy parchment, coffee that has been depulped and dried, for his family processing business. His name was Pascual Castillo, and today he is our farm direct partner from Finca La Fortaleza in Chiapas, Mexico. On that day, more than 35 years ago, I doubt that either of the two Pascuals had any idea just how consequential that meeting would become. I'm Michelle Fish. My husband, Bob, is the co-CEO of one of the largest coffee shop chains in the United States. And together, we are the founders of One Big Island in Space. We're on a mission to change the way coffee is bought and sold around the world. We've been traveling the globe looking for millions of pounds of coffee from producers that are doing the right thing for their people, for the planet, and for their communities. When we find them, we connect them to a marketplace of buyers that will pay them the right price for their coffee, now and for years to come. It's a model that is beyond fair trade and beyond USDA organic. We call it Farm Direct. Our visits don't always work out, but we won't stop going until we can put a name, a face, and a place on every cup of coffee we serve. For Pascual Hernandez, his 4 sons, 2 daughters, their spouses, and all of their children, coffee is most definitely a family affair. Pascual feels a deep commitment to his family's land and their legacy. This connection to place is evoked by the name of his community, El Chich, which translates to the blood. And what a place it is. Carved out of the side of a mountain, it is a tropical paradise of flora and fauna, with a pristine river that runs through the heart of it. And coffee is growing up the steep slopes all around town. The first time Bob and I visited Pascual and his family, his arms were crossed and his expression was grim. It was clear that he didn't actually believe that we were real. But he introduced us to his wife, Juana, 2 of their daughters, Elvia and Caroline, and several of their grandchildren. In the wake of the Roya epidemic of 2014, part of their land had been transitioned from coffee to corn and cattle. Even as the coffee crop recovered through better agronomy and the new varietals received from Finca La Fortaleza, they still had a large family to feed. The cattle and corn kept them going in the interim. The new coffee plants are rust-resistant, but they require more work and maintenance, and it has taken time to get production back to pre-Roya levels. But now, their coffee is starting to thrive again, and they have plans to reconvert all of the corn back to coffee. Plus, the quality is better than ever. When we returned the following March, the harvest was over, and the small producers had been paid in full. Before that, we had been a promise rather than a partnership. Now, things were more concrete, and you could feel the difference on the farm when we arrived. Pascual Hernandez was surrounded by many of his children and grandchildren, and he and Juana were in celebration mode. She had prepared a special lunch for us, but first, Pascual Hernandez wanted to talk.
So there's like some farmers, producers around the community that are friends with Pascual that are asking if we can go visit their farms.
Yeah, of course.
Claro que sí.
We packed up into our trucks and drove the few miles to the meeting spot.
People inside rolling around in the air conditioning, feeling comfortable in their soft cushions, in their quiet conversations. And if that's the way they want to go through Chiapas, I guess that's up to them. But you can't smell the air in there.
No, it was great. I just know it's going to be.
As we took our places among the wooden chairs that had been set out for our arrival, we looked out at the hopeful faces. They had many questions for us. They too had never seen an end user on their lands, and they wanted to know if what we say is real and how they can be a part of it.
Now, the kind of people that we like to work with
Pero el tipo de persona o el tipo de productor
are people that
cual nosotros nos
protect and
gusta
respect the land,
son personas que protegen,
people
aman
that
y
respect
cuidan
other
la
people,
tierra, personas también que
people that
respetan a otras
want to invest
personas
in their community as a whole.
y personas también que quieren invertir en su comunidad y ayudar y aportar a su comunidad también.
The promise of Farm Direct is something many producers dream of, but few actually believe will happen. Pascual is a leader among his neighbors in El Chich, and he has been sharing the new agronomy from Finca La Fortaleza to improve the quality of their yield. He believes that our partnership could provide hope and economic opportunity for his entire community. We are hopeful that as our partnership grows, there will be the opportunity for more small producers in his community to participate, and we will have the chance to walk their lands too. After the meeting, we made the drive back to Pascual Hernandez's home and sat down to some of the best chicken soup we've ever tasted. And we've tasted plenty. But sitting down to eat in a spirit of mutual celebration makes everything taste a little lighter and brighter. As we talked through lunch, we asked Pascual a barrage of questions about his hopes for the farm and his family, but his responses surprised us. No matter how big the dream we asked him to describe, his answers were always practical things he could do on his land in the next year or ways he could support his family in the coming months. Finally, Maria Esther from Finca La Fortaleza explained that there is no real translation for dreams of the future in Celtal. Life is only the present and the very near future. Juana had been largely silent through much of our visit. Finally, speaking in her native language of Celtal, she told me that in more than 30 years, no end user had ever come and walked her land. She's not in the best of health, and she's losing her vision. But she said that she was happy to have lived to see this day because we were the answer to a prayer. For us, that is a very solemn and serious responsibility. Here's to the concept of a big, prosperous, dream-filled future unfolding in El Chich